The following program is brought to you in part by Johnny's Radiator Shop. For auto repair and air conditioning parts to fit everything under the sun, visit johnnysradiatorshop.com. All right, Coach Hembree, welcome back to the next Bow Show. We're glad to have you here today. The season just keeps moving right along. We had a really tough battle against a very good Dumas team last Friday night. We ended up winning at 38-8, but it didn't seem like it was quite that easy. Tough battle. Talk about it.
Yeah, I thought they were extremely fast. We knew that going in. Their quarterback was he can make plays with his legs, and I thought we shut him down for the most part running, but he really hurt us moving around in the pocket and finding a guy down the field. And our game plan going in was to contain him, make him throw the football, and he ended up throwing it better than we expected or anticipated. And I think we held him to under 60 yards rushing, but then he hit some big pass plays on us. But our defense really rose to the occasion a couple times. One time inside the 10 and another time inside the 30. So overall I was really pleased with our defense. I thought that that they bent a little bit but didn't break at times. But offensively I thought we struggled in the first half. I thought we'd get a drive going and then we either get a sack or something that would set us back and put us behind the chains. That's something we got to do a better job of doing. I thought going in they had the best D-line we had seen. That came out to be true. They got after us pretty good up front, and but we were able to to adjust some things at halftime. And Vincent had a really good football game, rushing for 180 yards, and then Kamatre came in, and that's the first time we really had to use him at running back to spell Vincent some. So I thought both of them ran the ball extremely hard. Thought our offensive line got better as the game went on. So very pleased that we got to win. Thought our kickoff team was really good, something that we put a lot of emphasis on last week, and I was glad that we took that to Friday night. So sometimes you practice something and you don't bring it to Friday nights. I think we held them every time inside the 20 on kickoff. I think it was once he kicked in the end zone, but the other 5 or 6 times we kicked off, we held them inside the 20, and that's a big advantage for our defense.
Well, you even got one touchdown off the kickoff too, which was big.
Right, it was. I think it was 24-8 at that time, and Marquia Miller made a great play, and Christian Calhoun was able to scoop it up and go score. And that's something that we could be really good at. And we talked about that on this show a few times. Our kickoff team could be a real help to our defense. It wasn't against Star City, and I thought JJ or Jesus did a lot better job of putting the ball where we wanted. He put it in the corner over there where if they did try to get to the middle of the field, they had to run sideways, and that gave our unit time enough to get down, whereas against Star City, he kind of left in the middle of the field too much, and we had to play the whole field. And last week, I thought we could play half the field, and it just shows how good we can be whenever we can do that.
Well, we had another great crowd, big crowd there, and I know they came in pretty handy in some couple of those goal line stands, and your defense, as you said, really did stand up tall when they needed to. The heat, for October, it was terribly hot and humid, and that seemed to kind of hurt us a little bit.
It hurt us a lot. We knew going in that we had not played 4 quarters. Our starters were not playing more than a half, and you can do all the conditioning you want. It's hard to play 4 quarters of football, and especially with the humidity. I thought we were in better shape probably the first game of the season than we were this past Friday night, just from the fact that we go play Stuttgart, we don't play but a quarter. Against Dollaway they play a half, against Crosset they play a half, against Star City they play a little over a half, and then all of a sudden it was cool last week, and then the week before last, and then last week it gets real humid and real hot again, and our guys just wasn't used to playing in the third and fourth quarter, and we started cramping up a little bit. But I thought our kids fought. I thought we had some guys step up and make some plays, and I think that we just got to continue to get better and continue to work towards playing 4 quarters.
Well, what were you the most pleased with, and other than winning the game, obviously?
Well, kickoff team, definitely. I thought that we showed a big improvement from week 5 to week 6, and we still got to improve a lot. I understand that. We got to get some guys back that are beat up right now, and that will help us. But we're playing a lot of young kids. I think that at times we had 7 or 8 underclassmen on defense out there, and then 6 or 7 underclassmen on offense, and that's something that we wasn't planning on doing going into the year with the senior class that we had. But with the injuries that we've had and the conditioning, and the guys catching cramps, we ended up having to play a lot of young guys the other night, and that's going to pay off for us down the road. But we just got to keep improving and build off of last week of playing 4 quarters and see where we're at.
Well, let's talk about the next game coming up this Friday night. We're back on the road again. DeWitt. That'll be Friday night, 7 o'clock kickoff at DeWitt. Talk about what they do.
Much improved. You know, they're 3-3 right now, but they're a much improved team. This junior class they have, which is a big junior class, you know, won the conference when they were ninth graders, and they're really, you know, the load of their team is pretty much on that junior class, and they're very, very well coached, and they do a lot of good things offensively. They run a spread, and they also run the wing tee. So we ever having to prepare for both schemes this week, and then defensively they're a 4-2-5 team that play too high. So you know, we've seen that before, but you know, they play hard. They play really hard, and they've been in some tough battles. You know, they were up on West Helena 2-0 2 weeks ago and ended up getting beat, and then last week lost a tough one to Cross at 49-42. So out of the 3 games they've lost, there's 2 of them they were right there, and in the Hembree game they had some turnovers that really cost them. So I mean, they're playing really well. They're playing with some confidence, and it's going to be a tough test up there.
All right. Well, as I said, the season's moving right along. I guess this will be game number 7. So we're right in the thick of the conference, and
right.
So far so good, but we got to keep playing well.
Yeah, we do. You know, it's just, you know, we got to get better, and hopefully, you know, the next 3 or 4 weeks we can do that and be ready to make a playoff run.
All right. Well, Coach, we look forward to seeing you Friday night. We'll be there, and hopefully have a big Warren crowd. A little bit of a travel this week, but they've been real good. The fans have been great about showing up.
Yes, they have, and we need a big crowd this Friday night, and just, you know, hopefully we can just keep improving and be ready to play. You know, the next 4 weeks are huge for us.
All right, and maybe be a little cooler too.
I hope so.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.